often it depends on our president and what their current tax reform laws are and where they're doing with stuff like that. How do you feel about the top half of the worksheet? You feel like you could figure that out pretty easily? Great. Bottom half. Let's try number 3. Let's say that they withheld some tax from your paycheck. Why did they withhold tax from your paycheck?
Because it's below the 12,950 threshold.
If it is, well, not below, if you're getting paid more than 12,950 in a year, then they're gonna start keeping money for your taxes. Why did they keep money? Why do you pay the government ahead of time for the taxes you might owe? Kate?
So they might don't have to pay extra for the taxes?
Yeah, well, part of it is supposed to be basically to help you budget for your taxes. And they kind of do the budgeting for you. You can actually ask them not to. You can go into, when you apply for a job, you can fill out a form that says, I don't want you to take anything out for my taxes. My father used to do that because he didn't like the government having his money and making interest off of his money. And so he would, and he could save enough for himself, so he would just pay a big lump sum when his taxes were due. But most people like having money taken out of their paycheck every time, and then they either, they pay the government a little too much, and then they get something called a tax refund. Have you heard of this? Maybe your parents have gotten a tax refund before and they're very happy about it. Or sometimes you haven't paid enough when you're paying your taxes, and so then the government will say, oh, you still owe a little bit more. So in this case, look at this. Let's say that your tax withheld on your paycheck was $2,110.35, just an estimate of what you're going to pay. The actual tax turns out to be $2,407. What do I do? Subtract. All right, I'm going to take 2407, subtract, you don't have to grab a calculator, $2,110.35. I got $296.65. But do I owe that still, or is that my refund? I owe because the actual tax was more than what they withheld. All right, how do you guys feel about this worksheet? Pretty good? Okay. All right, so this is due tomorrow, and then we're gonna go more in depth into taxes tomorrow by actually doing our taxes together. I'm just gonna make a whole bunch of fake W-2s, and we're gonna go from there.